Hi everyone, very good evening. I welcome you all to SIM Intelligence, one of the most beautiful organization for cybersecurity courses, right? So let's move on to our course for the day. Let's talk about some of the best things. So prior to that, I'll just give a small introduction about our organization, then followed by we'll go towards the syllabus and how QRadar works and all that we will going to see, right? Yes, I am Vishnuvardhan Chandapatla and I'll be the course instructor for this particular sessions, right? So just before going towards our sessions, let's discuss about our organization. That is SIM Intelligence is one of the most leading blue teaming and SIM training provider company, which offers wide range of courses as well as training with respect to information and cyber security. Right. So we are one of the fast growing online security training provided company based out of India. We deal with various kinds of SIEM products like I can easily say I can count something like 10 plus we deal with 10 plus SIM products like QRadar, Sentinel, Verzu, Palo Alto, Splunk. So we have a variety of instructors with respect to SIM, right? And we deal with SOC, that is SOC operations. Everyone people are I can say most interested toward this particular area right now nowadays, right? So we have a team with highly skilled infosec with respect to various accreditations. I can say global certification like IAM, CSSP, CSAM, and CASP from ISACA, ISC2, and all right. So I can say we have very experienced and skilled infosec training instructors, though deal with various cyber security domains, right? And I can say once again, SIM Intelligence is one of the most trusted and reliable training providers in information cybersecurity. Our prime goal is to train, mentor, and support your career with respect to cybersecurity, right? So let's move on to this our session. So just I'll give a small intro about myself. So I'm a master's in IT and cyber forensics from I am based out of Hyderabad, and presently I'm doing my research in cyber forensics and information security. Right? I'm holding a highest certification of CASSP from ISC2, and I'm also CSAM cyber information certified information security manager from ISACA, and also I'm a CompTIA advanced security practitioner. And also I have so many certifications like I'm a QRadar architect analyst, CAH, and ENSA and CTA from EC Council. I'm also a Red Hat certified architect from most trusted organization, that is Red Hat, right? I have more than 19 plus years of experience in this particular information uh, technology, and exclusively more than 16 plus years of experience in this particular field, cyber security, and exclusively into blue team. I was into blue team since my area of starting of my cyber security career, right? I worked as a system administrator and network administrator as a for a legacy network, that is more than for 5 years, where I learned about all the system and network administration and all, right? So then later, I moved on to cybersecurity, where I become directly. I got a very good opportunity that I worked for CERT India for more than 2 years for cybersecurity coordinator, where I learned how to handle cybersecurity incident and also audit management, right? Then I realized that I need to understand about network analysis as well as network security analysis. Then I become a Splunk expert, and I can say Splunk analyst for a network operations center. Then later I become a pioneer for SOC operations manager, so where I set up first QRadar for operation centers of NIC, that is Nations Informatics Center, Government of India. Then I moved on to Cloud Sentinel. That is, I become Azure and Active Directory expert for a data center management unit. Then presently now working as a senior security architect for NIC. That is, everyone knows, I hope, this nation's informatics center, that is Government of India's body. Right. I do trainings of secure CompTIA, Security Plus, QRadar, various SIM products, as well as CISP and all. So since last 5 years, I have been into this particular trainings, and I'm passionate to take the trainings. So my concern is to make India more cyber power, right? So this is a small intro about myself. So let's move on to the course content, that what is actually a QRadar. So let's talk about a small intro about QRadar before going for understanding about what is a course and all. Just we'll discuss about what is QRadar basically, why we required QRadar. So let's say, so if you go back to an era, you take an example of you just go and understand. Let's say uh, I'll discuss about uh, go back to 2 decades. Okay, so during that particular area, people are very much concerned because it's a very toddler stage of information technology. So people don't have a capability of a good computer resources that particular time. So they never think of security. But after the virus come into the picture, or after born of virus, the scope of attacks, cyber attacks come into the picture, right? So then the requirement of monitoring come into the picture. However, however, though people were not at all interested towards putting off their security into the consideration, but after few days, not they didn't even take a much time. So we come to know there are lot many attacks start into the picture. Then in the area of around 2008 onwards, so people come to know that there is something known as cyber attacks. Prior to that, people were into very deeper into understanding of services, understanding of various developments and all. But the first concepts that started in 2007 and 2008, a common people start understanding about, yes, there's a possibility of cyber attack, and there's a possibility because even till 2008, the smartphone era not come into the picture. But after this, the requirement of the cyber people, or you can say cyber security personnel, are coming people to come to know, right? So then the activities, then the first attack, that is MS 0857, most effective attack in the Microsoft era, is the most vulnerable, and we come to know that there is a requirement of understanding, you know traffic management as well as data understanding. Then people are start collecting the logs and start understanding, collecting logs and start understanding what is what. But what happened? At last, what happened? The concern is towards collection of logs will not actually completing our resources. It's not giving any kind of suspectability. Then the concept of SIM come into the picture, which is known as security information management. This is known as security information management, right? So the security information management actually start giving so much information related to what kind of traffic is going on, what is what and all. Then the concept of event of interest come into the picture. Right? There's something called event of interest, right? Then this one is also actually not completed our requirement. Then the concept of SIM come into the picture. It is a bit advanced, having some graphical dashboards and all. About, I mean, a small advanced version. But later again, the scope of ML come into the picture, that is known as actual concept called machine learning. Now, what is machine learning? Machine learning is what actually the concept of understanding some conditions by machine and identifying some grouping of different things. People started involving this particular ML into security. Then the word come into the picture is something called correlation. Now, what is this correlation? Now, after this correlation, the correlation become condition management. Condition management. Now, this condition management become rules, right? The concept of ML into security become correlation. Correlation start giving condition management, and then condition management is become rules. Now that rules is known as use cases nowadays. Now, what is a use case? Use case basically a combination of set of conditions. Basically, let's say condition number one, two, three. If these three passes, then it will give an alert. If this passes, then this passes, then this passes, then it will give you an alert. So now to who will manage all these things? Now what they made? They made the combination of SIM and SIM because SIM is actually collecting the logs, SIM is actually processing the logs. So collection and management along with the correlation, then it become SIEM. Now it become very powerful in 2009. Later, it's developed a lot, and the first product and common people's product we can consider to be Splunk. It become very famous in the name of Splunk. Later, IBM Ring, QRadar, and there are hundreds of SIEM come into the picture. Now, in the world, there are more than 250 plus SIEM services. That include Manage Engine, that include Datadog, HP, Micro Focus, McAfee, FortiGate, Palo Alto, every common product, I mean every security product has its own curator nowadays, SIEM. Open, there are so many opens. Let's say there's something like Wazoo. Wazoo is one of the open source. You can say this USM, that is OTX, this one, AT&T's, right? That is also open source. So there are lot many open source SIMs are there. There are lot many things, and nowadays the concept of cloud, so cloud SIEMs are also come into the picture, right? The cloud SIEMs are something like Sentinel, like Chronicle, right? So all these are coming to the picture. Now, one of the product which we are going to learn is something like IBM QRadar. Now people ask why IBM QRadar? As you said, there are hundreds of products, 250 plus products. But why QRadar? The question is important, right? So why should we understand? Why only we need to understand QRadar? Because of its capabilities, because of its opportunities in the market. This is, I can say, for Gartner 2024, August 2024. In fact, I can say very latest report of Gartner. Now, Gartner is the one agency who is actually deciding what is the marketing strategy in the world. So, it is giving what are the people are consuming what kind of product and how much reputation it has, everything. And it is the top second, top second SIM solution in the world yet since 2009. Imagine how many years it has been evolved. It's more than 14 plus years. It's more than 14 plus years, and SIM is developed, stably, and QRadar is various version. It started from 7.0.0 version, and now it is 7.5.0 update 8. So in between there are more than 40 plus versions come into the picture. And imagine after 40 plus versions, how stable it is. Now the question comes, how much stable it is? See, this is what actually the QRadar. QRadar, why we are choosing QRadar is something like, it is one of the stable and reputed SIM solution in the market who deals with most of the financial companies, most of the security organizations, and most of the civil area, that is infrastructure, financial, as well as security. So you can see these three are the leading marketing in the, in you can say in India, you can say, you can consider in India and Middle East. These are the most leading activities generally happening in this particular area. So I can consider QRadar is one of the most successful SIM as per my experience as well as over the period of time what I was, what I felt, right? So this is a small understanding about why we requirement of SIEM, why we are understanding SIEM, right? So let's move on to the concept called what is actually this particular QRadar. See, when we talking about this particular QRadar course, this we kept as a something like QRadar analyst. We are making as a certified QRadar analyst. So this course will give you all about QRadar architecture installation, administration, how to navigate user into know how to handle your user interface and how to investigate your navigate into your offenses basically, right? So I am here to help you out how to handle this particular QRadar installation administration. Now the question comes as, sir, as you said it is a QRadar analyst, now why you are calling as a installation administration? Of course we need to know some of the important concepts like basic installation and administration. It's not that so big, but also we should know what is architecture, because see, we can't be a common person all the time, right? We have to evolve. Similarly, QRadar analysis is the first level, of course, and the administration and next level also we require to understand to get a good positions. So for that, this course is also covering both analysis, but also it covers important topics of administration. Okay. Now, what type of courses, the topics that I'm going to cover here? First and foremost, what is security log? Basic concepts like what we have discussed. I'll go into some elaboration and what is SOC and all. I'll explain you. Of course, most of the people might know, but still, I will explain about what is log, what is security operations center, how it works, what are the different roles we have. All these things, the concepts that I will explain. Then we'll discuss about what is QRadar, how the QRadar deployment and how the implementation happens. Then we look into what is log integration and analysis. What is actually log integration? How this log integration come into the picture? Why we need to call it as a log? Some people said event, some people said information, some people said log, some people said something else. Now, what is alert? So there are so many, words come into the picture, right? So I will clarify all those things. I'll clarify. I'll give a very good clarification on difference between information, event, log, and alert, and an offense. Now how to do a incident management and also we'll discuss, right? There is a concept called regular expression to identify some custom properties, so we'll discuss about that one also. There's a requirement of DSM creation and integration. See, we'll discuss about what is DSM, that is known as device support module. This is a somewhat advanced area into your QRadar. If you know a small understanding of QRadar, then you might know this particular DSM, but that is important. Now the word said right, ML into SIM, that is rules. That's most important. So we'll discuss about what is rules and how to handle a rule. What is a custom rule? What is a building block? How to create a local rule? How to create an intra rule? How to create an event rule? How to create a flow rule? How to create an offense rule? See, there are a lot many different rules we have. Over and above, we have also known as a building blocks. We have something known as building blocks. Now, the concept of building blocks come into the picture. Right, nowadays the building blocks come into the picture to make a faster creation of your buildings and all, right? They made some part of the portion already in somewhere and they bring it out and they club it all and they're creating some solution, or let's say some product, or let's say some building. Similarly, rules can also use some building blocks so that they can dynamically use various blocks to handle, right?
So, sorry for interruption. So, building blocks, you're saying a default parser rules, or
No,
what it
no, no,
means, sir?
no. Building blocks are something which we consider to be a set of dynamic values which we kept it for a common usage. Okay, let's say I'll take a good example, right? Now, how
Sure.
many of you know nowadays nowadays the we used to see earlier, if you see, it's okay. I'll take a good example of a bridge. Okay, let's say this is a bridge. Okay, oh sorry, okay, let's say this is a bridge. Okay, so when we created this bridge, Earlier, what happened? Yeah, when we created this particular bridge, let's say, so it used to take some 7 years, 8 years earlier, right? Now, let's say you may have seen some flyovers, right? Nowadays there's a huge construction is going on, road constructions. NHAI is working on it, right? NH National Highway Authority of India working across the
Got it, sir.
India. Yeah. So what people are doing, they are using something like flyovers. So earlier flyovers was something like they made it with a very huge time and all. They used to take 7 to 8 years to set up one flyover. Not nowadays, what is getting happened? They are bringing some modules, slabs, and they are attaching all together, and they are simply creating
Got it,
somewhere.
sir.
Yeah, that is what this. So each block is something like building blocks. Got it? It's very easy. Don't worry, I will explain it much better. See, that's to make you people more easily clear understanding. I explain in this fashion, but don't worry. In a technical area, we'll discuss when we are going towards session. Don't worry. Okay?
Sure, sir.
Yeah. Thank you, Arvi. Yeah. So then there's a concept called offense management. Now, offense and incident. So what we are, why we are here? Analysis, right? We are here for analysis. So we need to know what is our alert. What is an alert? Now, once you get an alert, you should know what it is. There are four terminologies. There's something called true positive. There's something called false positive. Then there's something called true negative. There's something called false negative. Where we are, once you get this alert, see, of course, it's a mission. It may do some mistakes. It may give a correct instruction. Now, who will ascertain? Now, as a SOC analyst, SOC analyst, we get this information. So we will finalize whether it is a true positive, then we need to do incident management. If it is a false positive, then we need to tune much better. If it is a true negative, that means it is the right data. If it is a false negative, that means we need to create rules to identify this. So we'll discuss, no worry. I'm just giving a broad overview. So as a SOC analyst, you will identify whether this alert is a true positive or a false positive or a true negative or a false negative. Once you identified, according to what you do, you need to do something like incident handling. This is known as incident handling. So we'll discuss about offense management. Incident response is a part of incident handling. I will explain one by one along with your use cases. Use case number 1, use case number 2, use case number 3, and there's something called alert 1, alert 2, alert 3. Like I will take some 5 plus alerts to make you people more comfort what is what. Okay. Then we'll discuss about applications. Now we know how many of you have recently purchased iPhone 16. How many? Anyone has purchased recently a mobile? Anyone? I don't think most of the people used to purchase, right? It's a frequent nowadays, it's a frequent activity. Every people used to purchase at least in a year, once in a year or twice in a year. I mean once in a 2 years, people used to purchase a mobile, right? Now let's say once you purchase a mobile, let's say you purchased an Android mobile. So what you people used to do as soon as you purchased an Android mobile? So what we used to do, we used to start first copying all the items from our old phone, right? So while copying all the data, we also copy something known as new applications. Now, what is this application? Without that, will this particular phone work? Yes, it works, but with the basic features like you have a call, music, text, this much features only. But to enhance the capability of this, what we are going into Play Store, right? In the Play Store, we are identifying something like Amazon. So we can create something like ICICI app, Yono app. Let's say we are using something like uh, uh, Prime Video. Like there is something called some various applications, right? Like you can take any application. I'm very poor at this particular mobile and all. I'm very sorry for that. Like people use some games. Though without these, it works, but it is enhancing the features of this particular phone, right? It can give you a most easier mechanism utilizing this application with this, complements, right? So we use this. to enhance. Similarly, QRadar has its limitations. SIEM as it's, of course, every SIEM is a, this is a you can consider to be a default structure. On top of it, we used to install various applications here. Various application. What it is doing, it is giving so much of visibility in the logs. After installing this, it will give you so much of visibility, it will give you so much of alerts so that you can do much incident management. And also you can do handle a or I mean automation. You can do something like remedial activity, or you can do quarantine activity, whatever that you want to perform, you can perform from your SIM solution, right? So QRadar has a capability to create applications and integrations that you can do. We will see. I will show you some of the applications for the day. Okay. Of course, if you do all these things, you need to put according to your organization's requirement. You need to do some administration, right? Creation of users, creation of certificates, creation of your security permissions, to whom you want to give what kind of permissions, and all that we need to give here, right? So, a basic administration and management we will learn, right? Then there is something called QRadar has extra capability, that is asset and report management. Of course, this is a common activity of most of the SIM, but it has its own special way. So we also get a concept of asset and report management in a better understanding. So we will learn as the last part what is asset, what is report, and all, how to create and all that with the things to make a complaints management and all, to make activity management and all, right. We will learn all these capabilities. Okay. So now the question comes again, what kind of jobs you will get? You can be a security analyst, I say SOC manager, threat hunter, incident response handler, cybersecurity specialist, and a security administrator. So all these roles are at different level according to the deep understanding of this particular product. You will get a better levels, right? So L up to L1 to L4, you can say, or L0 to L4. You can get all the five levels in this particular on this completion of this particular. So, what kind of things that I can assure you? So, yes, these are the 10, 20 section. Right? These are the 20 section which I have discussed. All those in these in these 20 sections only I am going to cover. Now, how QRadar, we will discuss about this, no worry. We'll discuss about section 1 to section 20, what kind of things that I am going to cover. But prior to that, how QRadar looks. Now, the question was, you people are more excited, I hope. So, how QRadar looks. Let me show you. I'm very sorry. Yes. This is QRadar. This is QRadar, and I'll show you. This will be the first page that when you open a QRadar. Don't worry. Now, to get this also, we need to do some, hard work, because you cannot get this particular page directly, right? You need to install this. You need to practice this, right? So, I will teach you how to install this too, so that you can install in your system, and I will tell you how to practice at home for a hands-on lab practice. Okay. So once you get inside this, how QRadar looks, there are multiple tabs that you will get, multiple options that you have. As it is very bulky application, it generally takes some time to get start. Okay. Okay. I think it's yeah.
So, Kodi sir,
Yep.
hello.
Yeah, Arvi.
So here you will be teaching implementation part and the threat hunting part and the
Uh,
forensic also, or just
for
only how to use the same tool.
we
Threat
see basically SIM tool is all about what you have said, the first two. One is administration
implementation
and
part and
implementation, right?
yes,
Administration and
yes.
implementation. The second is analysis. Okay. Analysis includes,
Sir.
as I said, alert management up to alert, the threat hunting, how to identify up to threats, that I will discuss.
Okay.
So incident
Those
response,
tools
I'll
also
discuss.
will be in. You'll be teaching that, sir.
Which
Threat
one?
hunting tools. threat
No,
hunting
no.
tools apart
Tools will
from.
not. No, no. This will not cover. See, once you get here, how to handle the threat, we'll discuss, right? Into this. Once
Yeah,
you
got
get
it.
into this, we will understand
Okay.
how to handle that. This tool itself is a
Okay.
threat hunting tool. Okay.
Yeah,
SIEM tool itself, it
got
is
it.
a from the logs you are identifying the threats, right? This is also kind of threat hunting
Yes.
tool. Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is how your QRadar looks like, and you will get like you will get some offenses. Like I will show you
Yes,
some.
sir. But the query, but you're trying to mean in the query will get some result that may be lead to a threat, but in the real time that may be true positive or a false positive. So if
That
you
we
want to
need to
further
analyze.
deep, oh,
We
that
need
only
to do
asking. Okay,
analysis. That
for
is
that,
called a part of analysis, right?
yeah,
So that's why I said when we go and understand here, right? So that's why I clearly informed when we get an alert. After the offense, we will get some alert, right? And as a security SOC analyst, we'll do whether it is a true positive, false positive, true negative, or a false negative. According to that, the latter team or latter people will work accordingly. We are here to give a first level of approach, and the rest of the things will be managed by some other people. According to if you get that level, also you can do. See, this is the first stage. This is a team actually. SOC team will do this much. The rest of the team will do the next level of activity. So you can't do all the activities, right? So you are
got it,
first,
sir.
yeah, you are working for QRadar, so you are understanding how to handle this. Okay,
Yes, sir.
yeah, you can see here there are a lot many alerts. See, multiple login failures, some vulnerability found, some malware discussed, some virus discovered. So what I need to do, I need to handle this. So when you get this kind of alerts, so we will open this. It will get some, this is known as offense summary performer. So you can read and understand what is going on here, and you can identify on which rule it is getting triggered. Now, and also how many events were reported against this particular rule, sorry, this particular offense, and what kind of source involved, what kind of destination involved, and what kind of summary and all that you will get here. Every one activity that you are going to get here. Okay. The main concern is now what do you need to do? We need to create something known as we need to give some notes so that we can give okay remarks like this is a true positive, we need to handle it, and I'm assigning. So further I will assign to the next level of the team. Then once everything is completed, let's say you are thinking that the person is not available, you want to email this information, you can do email. After, you want to protect this, you want to follow up everything, there are options, right? So you can do all these things on over and over. Once you find it, this every activity was completed, and now I want to close this. Yes, no worry, you can close this. So and you can give what was that policy violation. This done by Vishnu. Okay. And incident response has been completed, and the result is so and so. We have initiated against this particular number, case number, that number, this number, everything that we will write, and you can close. Once it is closed, it will go to your closed offense area. See. So like this, we can do our offense. See, this is an example just I'm telling. So there is something called rules, I said. So rules, we are going to click. When you click here, you will get rules. By default, there are more than 140 plus rules are there. And inside only there is something called building blocks. You can create building blocks also. So building blocks are there. So similarly, you can go and understanding latest live logs where you will find this in your this. So these logs are collecting right now. I'm collecting these logs, so you can get. And there's something called flows. Now, what is the difference between log and flows that we are going to understand? You will get some flows. Of course, you have not added because it's very few people generally add. So it's no, I'm not added this into the particular session because it's a there's a very limited requirement, but the option has been given. So just I'll show it. Both looks like very same. If you know log activity, you can come to know easily the network activity. It's nothing. They're almost like same. You can see everything. There's nothing specific into it. But this is related to network logs. This is related to common logs. I will discuss when to very do. Then, as I said, assets, you can find it will automatically detect some assets of the organization, right? You can see here there are some, that one ID is automatically discovered. And over and above, we can add our assets so that we can map, you can manage. So these things can be achieved from this particular asset tab. Similarly, as I said, there is a report tab. In the report area, you can able to see there are hundreds of report. You can see there are more than 140 something, I think. Yeah, 114. You can see. So there are total 114 reports. You can utilize all. You can do that some, whatever according to your. You can manipulate. You can alter. You can edit, and you can create new also. And you can give your own branding like this. See, there's a QRadar, right? If I want to add my own branding, yes, I can add. I can select. Let's say my organization is something cement license. So I can create my cement license. I can add. That is possible, right? Then the admin concepts. You can see there is something called admin concepts. So you can see all the settings that we have over here. See, you can see all the settings, and I'll go through each setting and I'll explain you. And you can say, especially I'll concentrate on the system configuration because this plays a vital role for fine tuning and management. I'll tell you how to create your routing rule, forwarding destinations, reference management, index management, and the license management, user management, tenant management, security profiles, and there are a lot many options. So if I keep on explaining, right, it is very difficult to remember for you people. But I'm going to cover system configuration, user management, and there is something called good stuff. There's something called data obfuscation. So nowadays the concept of GDPR compliance come into the picture. Even sometimes you even as an analyst should not see the content, what is going on. So how to obfuscate the data so that only QRadar knows, not you. QRadar able to read that particular content, but not you. You will get some garbage, or you can say encrypted data. So how to do that? How to create that container? How to make one column fully encrypted? It can only read by your QRadar, not by you. So there is some activities which we require to even sometimes we even not to be read that kind of because of secrecy or a top secret activity. So in such a cases, how to encrypt that particular value for even for a analyst? Yes, we can do. I'll tell you how to do that. This is known as data obfuscation. Then there are, as I said, right, there are some new application that you can use. Like, see, this is the application for operations. This is the application for use case management. This is for threat intelligence. As one of our team members said, can I integrate that? Yes, you can integrate threat intelligence. See, I can integrate here. So, of course, I have not integrated, but see, the feature is available. So, how to integrate it is possible. And there are so many other applications. We have more than 450 applications that you can integrate. Now, the concern is, as it is very bulky, we required hardware resources. Now, at last, now it's not last, actually, it's first how to handle and what is the prerequisites of this particular course. So, I will tell you, as it is a very bulky product, as it's a very bulky product and it's a very huge, heavy product, there are multiple method of installation. There is something called all-in-one method. There is something called distributed method. There is something called community method. Right? We will learn all these three methods. Generally, people used to train this much only. Community installation is very simple and it's I can tell you if you practice for a day, it's easy for you, easy to install. But I'll tell you this one. Of course, I'll tell you this one along with that all-in-one installation, along with the distributed network, because we need to know implementation standards, right? Though you may be very new to this particular word, but this will be help you in your future area. So that's why I always uh, encourage people to learn better at the stage of early only. So the more you learn now, over the period of time, you will get a faster growth as well as a faster understanding. So along with the analysis, I never give you any lab explanation directly. I always give you this particular lab explanation in the practical area only. Okay, and I will never give you this particular thing because you require to understand this. You need to create this. Then you will get that particular opportunity to learn, right? So I always encourage you to set up your own lab and to create this particular methods. Whatever I'll going to train. You need to practice the same. Okay. So I'll show you here in this particular area. The same you are going. I always recommend it to go and practice at your lab. So we'll even learn demo logs. Now, what is demo logs? Question comes, what is demo logs? See, these are some good things you need to know, right? Yes. No, there is no log is coming basically, right? There's a common log is coming. If I show you, uh, sorry, sorry. Yes. Now you can see this is a we can consider to be this is a common logs. Now what I want to do, I want to add some demo logs. This. See, I'll show you. Now you will find some demo logs in a minute. Now there is no logs, right? There is no log. It's coming from only 127. Now you can see after in a minute. Wait. See now see. You're getting something else. See, you're getting some unknown logs. Suddenly you will get the flow is changed, right? You can see here. Now you can, after a minute, you can see after a minute, after a few seconds, you can feel like there is a huge traffic. See, some see some attack is going from something like this particular area. You can see here, right? Again, it will generate some more logs. See, virus detected. Suddenly the see there's a vulnerability related, and there is some different flags coming to the picture. Some red symbols. All this coming to the see traffic is in how this log come into the picture. So this is what is known as you know demo logs integration. So I will tell you how to create this. Okay, how to create this kind of stuff. Now you can feel like this is this is something like very you will feel like it's I can consider to be production environment, right? You can feel like this is your production environment, right?
Yeah, yes, sir.
Yep. So all these things, so this is a combination of analysis. Of course, without understanding of the administration, it is very difficult to understand your analysis. So we'll cover both administration analysis, and I can assure you that once you complete this, you can easily get up to the knowledge of L2, even more than that. I can surely tell. So we are going to cover all this area. It includes all these 20 sections. I have actually personally configure this particular course with respect to end-lab strategies. What is SIEM in general? What is SIEM? And what is architecture? Most important. We have two architecture. One is deployment architecture. One is component architecture. We understand both, and then we will set up our home lab and we will install QRadar Community Edition. Even along with this, I am going to cover production environment too. Then integrations of log sources so that you can come to know what kind of log source we need to integrate and all right. Windows, Linux, demo logs, router. I'm going to integrate firewall. So there are so many things that I'm going to integrate. Then there is a concept of upgradation. Now people will never teach you how to do upgradation, but here I'm going to teach you what is upgradation. and user interface and console overview. Log analysis, as I said, GUI method, there is something called AQL query, that is aerial query. Now, what is this aerial query language? Now, it is a question to you all. What is AQL and how it works? So please note it down and identify in your Google and learn. It is one of the very beautiful query language which will really help us for management of this particular QRadar, right? So this is a question to all. So what is AQL? How to understand this? And what is the scope of AQL, right? Then, as I said, this is something called, we can also extract something known as customer property integration, where regular expressions used to create this. It is a kind of wildcard search. Okay, but I'll tell you how to do that in a better manner. Then, as I said, DSM dashboard. Yes, there's a concept called dashboard we have over here. See, this is called dashboard. Now you can create your own dashboard, system monitoring. So you can easily see this is for, basically for data wall management. So people used to show these graphs and all in the data wall. People will always focus towards understanding what is going on. By seeing the, graphs, we can analyze that, okay, these are the common activities going. See, this is the common activity, but this is not the common activity, right? There is a huge spike. So this is not the common activity, but this is a common activity. So even by seeing the graph, sometimes we can easily understand that, oh, there is no traffic, but all of a sudden, why this traffic come into the picture? So the more fluctuations, that means more doubt should be arise automatically. By seeing this dashboard itself, we can simply understand, right? That, right? Then, as I said, dealing with offense, administrations, all those things, of course, in between, it will come into the picture. Then tenant and user management, rules management, applications, as I said, and yes, the last but not the least, I'm going to cover something like most important. Like one of our friend asked, "Sir, are you going to cover something like threat hunting?" Yes, of course, I'm going to explain what is threat landscape, how to set up a landscape for your organization, and how to identify new threats according to your organization's data. Okay, that I'm going to
Yes,
cover
got it, sir.
that by using MITRE attack framework. Now, what is MITRE attack? I'll give you
It's a
a minute.
framework.
Exactly the framework which we used to
Know the let how the threat has been evolved and how the
exactly,
threat has been get into our network by a mode
exactly,
of landscape.
exactly. So what we are going to see something like, there is a four stages I set up personally by using MITRE framework, which is not available anywhere in the market. Even you will not get anywhere. So I made MITRE attack. Basically, we know this particular pattern is having 14 various tactics, right? But I personally divided this into, rather than 14, I make it into four different groups. One is pre-attack. So this is already explained in your MITRE attack. What is pre-attack? That is R and R, which is recon and resource management. The second stage is having another 12, but that 12 I divided into another part 3. One is, I say, this is attack phase, because this particular four steps we generally use in attack stage, that is IEPP. This is initial access, execution, persistence, and privilege escalation. Then I made it as a advanced attack phase. I'll honestly call it as a AAP app. Here I made it into four categories: DCDL. Here the discovery, credential access. Sorry, defense evasion, credential access, discovery, and lateral movement. This is considered to be after the attack, the advanced attack phase. These four stages will be work. And later, I made it as a PAP. This is post-attack phase. So once the attack is completed, people will do something like what? EI. That is collection. command and control, exfiltration, and finally impact on the services. So this is, we can easily understand that of an attack framework, how attack has been generated. So in this, there are total 14 tactics, how an attacker attacks your organization. So where the attacker is, if it is detected at this stage, let's say it is a privilege escalation stage. So we come to know actually attacker at attack phase. That means the next level of attack has not been generated. That is advanced attack phase is not happened yet. So we can take more. We have some time to take some remedial action accordingly. If the attacker is in the advanced persistence, say some people are doing something like discovery. He is trying to do the discovery. That means he has already entered by using attack phase because the vulnerability has been exposed. Now what has happened? We need to identify and go and understanding what how the attack was happened. Now once the attack was happened, now he's doing the next level, right? Discovering the next targets. So we need to, here it is actually a single location, it may be multiple location because the attacker might have moved into multiple locations. So we need to eradicate entire network. Here we, if we restricted into one system, it's okay. Here as advanced stage, he might have moved into multiple stages. So we need to actually quarantine, or we can say cordon off one entire area. That means let's say it is a network, let's say which network, Hyderabad network got compromised. So at least we need to, if we cordon this area, then it will be very easy for us, right? Then if it is post and let's say the exfiltration or a command and control already connection is with, that means he has already compromised our network. Now what he is doing, he's actually taking out data from my system to, or my organization to his area. That means we need to cordon off, or we need to work it exclusively into every area because we are fully compromised. So by seeing the stage itself, we can come to know attacker is which part of your organization, whether he is in an early stage or advanced stage or a post advanced stage. By seeing this, we can easily conclude the threat landscape of an organization. So I will tell you all these by using, no worry, there is something known as threat landscape, and in our QRadar, there's something called use case manager. In this area, we can, I'll simply, in a 1 minute, I'll show you. There is something known as attack coverage map area. So you can easily come to know here how your, sorry, how your, see,
Actually,
threat
which phase of
attacker.
attack has been occurred?
No, no, it's not attack. Where the attack was discovered. Here it is. So there, I have created two rules for my brute force. So I can come to know if this attack, if this is triggered, that means the attack was happened here. So I come to know it is in a credential access. That means it is an advanced attack phase. So likewise, I can set up, I can understand my threat landscape. Okay. If the attack happens here, then I can come to know, okay, the attack was happened here means the attack was happened on credential access. That is which area? It is an advanced persistence area, right? So that is advanced attack phase area. So that's how I can easily understand by using the. So when I go and explain about this, you don't worry, you will get a very good understanding of this. I'll take, and even we can export this area into, there's an option called, see, you can see this is an extraction, right? You can sorry, you can extract, you can import and export this as a JSON. You can export this. So not here. There's another method to export. I'll show you. Don't worry. This is just an explanation because I have not fully configured. Just I want to show you. That's why you can see here. We will go into very deep, and even I'll map some rules with this each and every threat landscape so that we can come to know. Okay, this part is I have tried to cover. This part I covered, but this part is not covered because no rule has been created here. So my loophole is this. That my weak area is this is my weak area is this because no rule has been created for lateral movement. So attacker may use this area as the weakest area. So I need to concentrate more rather than this area because I kept some shield, right, or alert, or defense mechanism here, but there is no defense mechanism. So I need to identify some defense mechanism here. So that's how our threat landscape set up, right? So this is a basic overview of your QRadar, where I'm going to cover all these topics. You can start from dashboard till threat intelligence, whatever the things that you want, how to integrate, how to analyze, how to manage, how to handle your offense, how to handle your assets, reports, admin, operations area, threat landscape area, rules area, every part of all this particular QRadar we're going to cover, right? So this is all about our session. If you have any queries towards this particular course content or towards our session, so or my way of approach, yes, you can ask any queries. Hope you people are really, yeah. Hi, hi.
Sir, I have a doubt, sir.
Yeah, are we? Yeah, please.
Yeah, sir, in Splunk, if you are installing in an implementing in an industrial environment, industrial or in an IT firm, you'll be implementing multiple distributed searches, multiple clusters. I
Yes,
think I forgot a long time. There are multiple distributed. In IBM also, we need to, we need to install multiple distributed heads, or it will be like a single search by
yes,
URL we can able to get from.
yes. I'll tell you something. In Splunk, what we use
Okay.
something like we used to create forwarders. First, we create forwarders. Then we create indexers. Okay. There may be multiple
Yes, sir,
forwarders.
right. Yes.
There may be multiple forwarders. Forwarder 1, forwarder 2, forwarder 3. All this will be forwarded to indexer. Then it will forward to your console, Splunk console, right?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
This is what the standard. Whereas QRadar also same procedure. In QRadar, we have something known as event collector, event processor, and console. Similar, but the name is considered to be event console, event processor, and event console. You can create multiple event consoles and you can club, or you can create multiple EPs and you can add it as a extend as a standby. You can send it to this as well as this, and this will forward again to this. Again, if you want to create another console, you can create it as a standby console. So these things are possible. Okay, this is known as distributed architecture. If you're
Got it, sir.
yeah, if you're talking about all-in-one, all will be into one product only. That is one system, EC, EP, and console all in one computer. This is known as AIO process. Got it?
yes,
Yes. The community edition also it will be same, sir.
Same methodology.
In the
See, we'll
community edition,
discuss.
just a setup.
The community edition has only AIO model, not the distributed model.
What model, sir? A?
AIO, all in one.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Got it, sir.
Hi, Subrato. Very good
Thank
evening.
you, sir.
yeah. Hi.
Yeah, I no
Actually,
worries. Sorry, guys. I'll come to each and every individual. I'm just asking Subrato. Then I'll ask Khalid and other team. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, Subrato. Please go ahead.
can you tell me that the section 14 and section 16, what actually you will brief
Which one?
section 16 and section 14?
Okay. No, okay. Yeah. Curador administration and management and 10 and 10. Sorry, rules management, right?
Correct.
Yeah. In the administration and management, as I shown you, uh, sorry.
Big boss.
Yeah, I'm very sorry. That's my baby's iPod. Wait, yeah. So when we're talking about admin, so we have all these options, right? We'll go each and every
Right.
administration. I'll go one by one. What is backup? How to take a backup and restore? How to do index management? How to do aggregate management? How to
Okay.
do network hierarchy? Everything like tenant each and everything that I'm going to cover. No, I
Okay.
will not leave a single box here. Whatever you want, I'll going to cover. Don't worry. Okay.
Okay.
And
Okay.
similarly,
And
rules,
16?
16 rules.
Yes.
I'm going to create my rule, new rule, flow rule, common rule, offense rule, every rule, and I said building blocks and everything. How to
Okay.
create and
Means you will teach us to how to create a rules
rule
and
exactly.
okay. Okay. And one more thing that can you tell me
Starting 1 minute. Starting. Yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah, one more question is uh this will cover L1 or L2 or it will cover L3 or L4 also.
Sorry, this will cover L1 and L2 because this session itself it is up to L2. Okay,
Okay.
and I'm going to cover L1 and L2 without any issue. So you can
Okay,
easily,
just give in within 2 minutes. Can you tell me what L1, L2, L3, L4 do?
yes, okay. L1 is simply, wait, I'll just take a page to explain. Yes. L1 will do only the analysis on the basis of SOPs. Okay.
Hi, Vishnuji.
Uh, uh, yeah. So L1 will give you analysis exclusively on the basis of SOPs. They will be given with some standard procedures. They will only deal with offense. When he see the offenses, he will follow the SOP and he will just go through the activities. Nothing more than that. He don't know how to manage and all. He doesn't bother about what is what. In L2, you are going to install basic installation, like integrations, like you are going to integrate this log sources and custom event properties creation and some users management and index management and all this that comes into your L2. Where here you are talking about regex not installation, that is basically we can consider to be a rules creation is comes under your L2, and you can create the DSM creation integrations. This comes under your L2. L3 is exclusively installation of QRadar, though I'm covering here, but nowadays people using this is considered senior L2. Earlier we used to call it as L3, but if people nowadays is considered as a senior L2. Installation, upgradation, license management, new distributions, patch updations, everything people will generally do by this. And here we discuss about advanced DSM management, advanced rules creation. And here people will do rules mapping. Rules mapping. This is into your L2 or senior L2 or a L3. Okay. And now the question comes L4. L4 is the overall boss of this particular activity. So he will look after and he will deal with the vendors, various vendors of curators, and they will do some support activities and any kind of a bigger kind of issues, like they want to procurement process and all will be carried by L4s and all. Okay, they will give you how
Okay,
much,
and this L3 is the installation of EPs, EC, that
everything,
right?
everything.
Okay. And
So
even if we don't have a EC, then we can use a data nodes, right?
no, EC cannot see if you don't have a EC. Yes, you can use data node if you have a EP.
Yes.
If you have a EP,
Yes, yes. We
data
have the
node.
EP, right?
Yeah, I'll tell you what is the difference between a EC and data. Data node will only give you a extra processor capabilities. That's it.
Okay.
EC will give you exclusive collection. If you don't
Okay.
have EC, EP will do the activity of EC and it will store the data in your data node. That's it.
Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
Yeah, Khalid, you have some query, right? Your voice is not audible, Khalid.
And what will this
Your voice is fumble, Subrato, and Khalid, your voice is not audible.
what is the duration for this course?
Yeah, sorry, I forget to tell you. So the course is of 30 to 35 hours. I can simply say 30 hours of course, and
Okay.
it will start from your 15th of this month, 15th of this month.
Timings?
Yeah, timing 15th of October, and the timing is from 9 p.m. to 10 p.m. Okay,
Okay.
and it is from Monday to Friday. And second, you will get recordings. What you will get recordings, notes, and whatever your requirements, like all your required demo logs. I'll provide you recording notes, personal questions, some dumps, and some interview questions, kind of stuff. Whatever the things, the small things that whichever you are required for this one, right? To manage this curator and all that, I'll provide you. Okay, all these things will be, and the sessions will be from Monday to Friday, so that you will get a time for Saturday, Sunday. Yeah, Khalid.
Yes, are you listening to me now?
Yeah, yes, Khalid, you are audible now.
Okay, I want to ask about the installation for the QRadar.
Yes, it will be get done.
Yes,
You,
I have a system, so how can we do it?
I'll give you some set of things. So I'll provide you OVA file to you and the process of installation, and you need to install in either VM workstation or your you can say you can simply identify something like virtual box.
Okay, okay.
You required only either
Okay, thank you
that
very
that
much.
is also I'll provide you VM workstation or virtual box. I'll provide you. Just you need to install all these things. That's it. The
And
procedure
how we'll
that
Okay,
get the alerts?
huh?
How we'll get the alerts? Means how we'll get the logs?
I will provide you demo logs, right? That will also I'll provide you. Don't worry.
Okay.
Demo
Okay,
logs I'll
demo logs.
provide you. Demo logs. I mean, QRadar OVA that I'll provide you. Workstation I'll provide you. You just need to install.
Okay.
All you required is a 20 GB of RAM machine and a minimum 8 core processor. If not, also don't worry. I'll provide you lab on rental basis. It's a very cheaper cost. That is also I'll provide you. No worry. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. It's
okay.
very
And what
yeah.
is the
Yeah.
can you tell me what is the fee structure also?
Fee structure, please contact our team. Sorry to say this. It's remain same to all this. Nothing but please contact this particular WhatsApp number. Our management will team will provide you all the provisions like related to your course cost and all. Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And of course, in sim intelligence, if you go to that area, you will find the price and all. That's not a big deal at all. So when you go to your sim intelligence site, right, the details of the price and all, right, already it has been given. It's there is no hesitation to say. It's very simple. But still, you can contact our team so that you can discuss with them. Okay. Got it?
Yeah, thank you very much. Got it.
Yeah.
Yes. Sir, one more
Tha-
doubt, sir.
yeah.
Sir,
Please, Arvind.
in an IT firm, yes, in an IT firm, whether the rejects are there, no, so whether the implementation team will come every 3 to 6 months to check whether any new log is coming and they will write any parser or how it will work, sir?
It is a day-to-day
Only
activity,
for
right? It's
parser.
not 3 to 4 months. It will do by every day. It's not like the team will be continuously
Hello.
monitor.
Which team, sir? It will be like an implementation team or
Admin team.
okay, got it, sir.
Yeah. Okay, guys. Then thank you so much for this session. I'm really happy to be the part of this particular session. Yeah, Parya, you have still any question?
Yeah, last one question there. Can we have one-to-one calls so
Uh,
that I have few
Hello, Umesh bhai, am I
insights
audible?
because that it is my career
you're
that
audible, Dinesh.
I
Just
have
be in the
worked
session.
for as an
Yes, yes,
advanced.
audible,
Yeah,
audible.
Umesh, please be in the
Hello.
session. Sorry to disturb you. Yeah. Yeah,
Okay,
Parya,
sure,
don't
sure,
worry. You
sure.
please contact this number 7737 131 337. This is a WhatsApp number.
Okay.
You can contact. He will give you all the details. If beyond this you required, then he will of course, I mean, reroute to me. No doubts. Okay.
Okay. Sure.
No worry. You can
Okay.
contact this particular WhatsApp number. They will provide you all the facilities, whatever you want. Okay.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, thank you so much, guys. It's really good session, and I'm really, I'm really eager to start up the session from Monday onwards, right? Monday or Tuesday, whatever the day. And advance happy Dasara as well as Navratri. Thank you so much, guys. It's a very nice session for you guys with you, and I'm really happy to go ahead with this. And I'm looking after to start up the session with all the people, and I'm really happy to say. Thank you so much, guys. That's all from my side. Bye bye.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. Thank
Thank
you.
you so much.
Please do join. It's really good sessions. You can enjoy.